Hello, lovely viewers out there, and welcome to another edition of Sports on Fauzan Harun channel. And in this video, we are going to analyze conduct an autopsy as the reason to find out the reason why Manchester City was eliminated by Olympique Lyonnais. That is the task of this video that we are going to undertake. I am going to do it with you, my viewers out there, because as I always say, the program is for the team here, Fauzan Productions, and the viewers out there across the world. So that is the task that we are going to do. But lovely listeners, beloved viewers and audience out there, before we delve into today's analysis and discussion for that matter, if this is your first time of watching this channel, please do well to extend your hand on the red subscribe button, and touch the notification bell. Like the program if you enjoy it, send in your comment, and most importantly, share the program for others to also benefit and watch. Thank you once again for keeping trust and maintaining your membership of the Fauzan Harun team. And it was an interesting encounter. Man City Olympique Lyonnais was an interesting encounter, and Pep Guardiola, once again, unfortunately for him, he failed to leapfrog the quarterfinals onto the semi-final stage with his Manchester City side, unfortunately, once again. And already there are so many interesting talking points. One of which, crucially, is a comment expressed by Kevin De Bruyne at the end of the game, in which he said, "Same old story once again," meaning anybody who would delve and deduce the meaning of the comment wouldn't know what exactly he means. But for football pundits and outsiders, for that matter, alike, we know that City has been trying to knock the doors of the semi-final. They did it under Emmanuel Pellegrini, but with Pep Guardiola, they are yet to do so. And so when he says "same old story," that is what he meant. And even during the time of Manuel Pellegrini, Kevin De Bruyne was the talisman that led them to the semi-final stage, in which they eventually lost to the eventual winners. They unfortunately lost to the eventual winners, the Zinedine Zidane's Real Madrid. He carried them on their shoulders in their quarter-final aggregate matches against Paris Saint-Germain, in which they eliminated PSG for that matter. And so Lyon boasts of an exciting young team, for that matter, devoid of any superstar. You wouldn't see any superstar in the team, but they have a well-composed team playing according to a tactical strategy. And that was the magical tool that enabled them to qualify ahead of Manchester City. Already, pundits alike seem to have favored Manchester City to qualify. And unfortunately for me, my prediction in this game was wrong, meaning even it was in the reverse, because I predicted 3-1 for Manchester City, and Manchester City ended up losing 3-1 with both teams to score. That was my prediction. And so if I had one aspect correct, I wouldn't say it's right. I would say it's wrong. I wouldn't create a window for me to share in the praise of predicting accurately. Not at all. I agree with the fact that the prediction didn't go the way I wanted. It was reverse of what I did, for that matter. And then Maxwell Cornet is according to statistics, has equaled Lionel Messi's record of being the player to score highest number of goals against Pep Guardiola's City in the Champions League. He has scored 4 goals against them. Remember, yesterday in my pre-match analysis, I said these two sides have met twice already before yesterday's game, and of the 2 meetings in which Lyon won 2-1 and 2-2 draw respectively, Maxwell Cornet, the Ivorian international, scored 3 of those goals. At the Groupama Stadium he scored, and then at the Etihad Stadium he also scored. And yesterday's game he scored to increase his tally against Manchester City to 4 against Pep Guardiola's City, and he's been dubbed as an expert in scoring Pep Guardiola's Manchester City, for that matter. And another player who has a fantastic record against Pep Guardiola, highest number of goals in the Champions League, Lionel Messi, who has also scored 4 goals against Manchester City. And Kevin De Bruyne showered a praise on Houssam Aouar, the midfield, Algerian-French midfield international of Olympique Lyonnais. Kevin De Bruyne singled him out for praise at the end of the game by saying that that player was the difference in the team. Because if Kevin De Bruyne has confessed to the fact that Houssam Aouar is a great potential, then indeed, really, who am I to doubt him? Because he played in the same game with him, and he is also, ironically, a midfielder, and Houssam Aouar is also a midfielder. And so Kevin De Bruyne felt the difference when he played against him. So for you to be praised, for Kevin De Bruyne to praise you, then definitely you have a potential which in future is going to yield so much. Already, so many teams are lining up for his signature, and some time back I heard even my Chelsea, Frank Lampard, sent him some scouts to monitor him, but as of now, I don't know what is happening. It seems he's not on the wish list of Chelsea anymore, but other interesting teams are also penning and running, going to fight for his signature, despite especially with the exploit of yesterday's performance. Maybe Frank Lampard might change his mind by considering an alternative to Kai Havertz. Already Kai Havertz deal is still in the balance. We are still yet to move it over the line to confirm him fully as Chelsea player. And news coming in also is that Ben Chilwell of Leicester City is also moving closer and closer to a Chelsea move. And so coming back to the discussion, Maxwell Cornet, after the game when he was interviewed, he said he loves playing against the best clubs in the world. He loves playing against the best clubs in the world. And also, he also likes scoring. I will add it for him. He likes scoring against the best teams in the world. And so he did well in the game. Houssam Aouar did well in the game. Let's look at a little bit of statistics before we run out of the studios. When you look at the game, Olympique Lyonnais as a team had their tactics right. They allowed Manchester City to do the passing and the possession and the play while they would hit them on the break. And that was effectively what they did, and did excellently, yielding the 3-1 win for them. And already, first goal, as I told you, was scored by Maxwell Cornet, the Ivorian international. And Kevin De Bruyne equalized in the 69th minute. Moussa Dembele came in as a substitute, and in the last 11 minutes scored 2 goals, 79 and 87th minute for that matter, to seal the game for Olympique Lyonnais when a game was turning against them. But honestly, I'm going to do something which is quite unusual. Unusual to the effect that most pundits, whenever a team loses a game, they tend to lambast and criticize the players of the losing side. But I'm singling out an exceptional player of the Manchester City losing side, and that's Kevin De Bruyne. Despite the fact that they lost the game, he did an excellent job on the field. He did an excellent job on the field, and so irrespective of the loss, I will say that I will single him out for blame. I will single him out, for praise, sorry, not blame. I will single him out and praise him that he put in his best, but only that the luck was not on their side. Even you can see that luck was not on their side when Raheem Sterling had a sitter. Him and the empty post, he managed to fail to score in the game, and so that happens in the game. And in the possession, the Manchester City had 72 possession, and Olympique Lyonnais had 28 possession. That was why I said they allow Manchester City to play the game while they will do the scoring. Unfortunately for City, they string in 637 passes, while Olympique Lyonnais string 257 passes for that matter. And so shots. 18 shots for Man City. Olympique Lyonnais had 7 shots. Shots on target, Man City had 7. Olympique Lyonnais had 6. And so I'm telling you the statistics so that you can look at the accuracy of the match for that matter. This is going to the screen for some little bit illustration. This is Houssam Aouar. This guy was praised by Kevin De Bruyne after the game. You could see the potential in him there. He's yet to be represented to represent France in the tournament. Maybe Algeria will also be there trying to fight for his signature. He's an excellent player for that matter. I would love Frank Lampard to reconsider his earlier decision. He had a thought in mind of going to talk about his prospect of landing him to Chelsea, but I don't know what happened all of again, that it seems he's abandoned the plan. That's Sam Awar there for you viewers out there. Appreciate the beauty, the excellent nature of this guy. This guy, wow. Yesterday, I will say, if he's even the man of the match, it wouldn't surprise me for that matter. And then he came to the party effectively for them. He came to the party, and so not surprising at all. Not surprising at all. He came to the party for that matter, and then no wonder he did the job for Olympique Lyonnais for that matter. And so, please, if this is your first time of joining me on the show, do well to do the honorable thing by hitting the red subscribe button and hitting the notification bell. Thank you very much for spending your golden opportunity to engage with me on this channel of choice. Hope to meet you, God willing, in the next video, or hopefully tomorrow, wherever you are. Before I exit out of the studio, I'll say good night, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are, depending on your location of any part of the world that you are. I will say thank you for joining me on this show. May God bless you. Cheers. Bye-bye.